Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we are going to be going over what I think is shaping up to be some of the most impactful abilities in the game. So we're just going to not do it in any specific order, but we're going to go over 10 abilities that I think every class is going to be getting insane amounts of value out of and are going to be incredible abilities to take note of when you are diving into the game to either play that class or you are playing with allies that are on that class to make sure we are getting the most out of our play experience. And obviously we will release like a version 2.0 3.0 as this changes and adjusts to try and keep information as accurate as possible. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so yeah, as I said, just to reiterate, these are not in order 1 through 10. These are just the 10 that jump out to me as the most in terms of being the craziest abilities in the game that many builds are going to be taking advantage of. So right off the top, we're going to go with the Wizard Meteor ability. Now this is going to be a damage ability that summons an immense meteor plummeting from the sky, damaging and stunning all enemies in the area for 3 seconds, where the ground becomes scorched. That also is going to enable a burning effect that not only the wizard can combo with, but all of your team can combo with. So this is probably going to be the best ability in terms of grouping up trash regular mobs and then just completely demolishing them, and also comboing with other abilities that your group has to offer as well. So just grouping up stuff and then melting it, Meteor is going to be absolutely insane. Then next for draw and quarter, if this now we do have some like rumblings behind the scenes, you know, back alley type of information where we may be getting some changes to the Crusader, and most notably draw and quarter, which is the ability where the Crusader is going to mount a steed and ride around for a few seconds, doing a bunch of crazy things like increase movement speed, group enemies up, scout the map for your group, and then they can also attack while they are doing that ability as well. So if I were grading these like 1 through 10, this one may have been number 1 or number 2. Draw and quarter is an absolutely insane ability, and it's a big reason why the Crusader is viewed as like a must-have for almost all groups in all situations. Then an ability for the Demon Hunter in Reign of Vengeance. Now, Reign of Vengeance is going to be one of the best abilities in the game for bursting down targets. What you're going to be doing is you kind of pick a location, and then you just volley damage raining from the sky on that location. So you can combo this up like for a boss fight. You kind of plan your cooldowns. Here comes the boss. You drop some support stuff, and then you slam the Demon Hunter's Reign of Vengeance right over the boss's head and completely melt it down. So this is going to be a very common choice for all sorts of groups to make sure we're able to keep those clear times efficient by dropping Reign of Vengeance on some of those priority targets and bursting them down, because a lot of times in the game you're not really gated by your ability to kill trash mobs. You're gated by your ability to deal with elite monsters and bosses, and Reign of Vengeance is going to be one of the best abilities in the game to take advantage of that situation and burst things down. Then Undying Rage, a buff for the Barbarian. Now, I just, like, maybe I'm wrong, and the PvP scene will evolve and change over time, but I just don't see how this ability is balanced for PvP. Like I understand the Barb being a melee class, and they're kind of in the fray. They need some sort of ability to be able to deal with that and thrive in that scenario, or they're just going to be trash. But entering a rage that prevents you from dying automatically, like you don't even have to time anything, and then it's also going to turn you into a lifesteal machine where all of your damage heals you back up to full health without having to use anything like a potion or something. I think that is absolutely ridiculous, and it makes PvP versus a barbarian so hard, because you kind of spend your abilities to deal with them and take them down, and they just shake it off and then turn into a life-stealing machine while your cooldowns are on reset. So yeah, like it's going to be probably the best ability in the game for PvP, unless there comes a shake up in the meta or something changes, but that is an absolutely ridiculous ability for the Barbarian. Then we even have a primary attack making the list here. I love Soulfire. I think this is going to be an incredible ability for the Necromancer, and you would not expect a primary attack to be on this list, but the buffed up ultimate version of Soulfire that becomes enhanced for 12 seconds and just starts throwing out spirits all over the place, slamming down enemies in every direction. It's going to be ridiculous, and I think it's going to be one of the better ultimate versions of a primary attack in the game, so I definitely wanted to include it on the list. Next, we'll talk about Inner Sanctuary, a buff from the Monk class. Now, the Monk is kind of viewed as one of the less popular classes to pick, but when you actually look at the Monk's abilities, they're pretty insane. And the Monk can do all sorts of crazy stuff with seven-sided strike and dashing around the map with crazy mobility. And this buff here for Inner Sanctuary just seems like it would be so valuable in so many different scenarios where you can just drop down that circle of protection. It lasts 9 seconds and reduces all damage to you and all allies in the circle by 50%. That seems insane. Like, you're kind of engaging in PvP, boom, you drop Inner Sank, and when the fight's about to commence, and the same thing, you get it'd be insanely valuable versus a boss that is tough to kill and is hitting you super hard. When you see it about to spawn, you drop Inner Sank and you've got 9 seconds of protection. So Inner Sanctuary is definitely going to be super impactful in many areas of the game. And then in that same thought process, you've got this ability here from the Barbarian, Demoralize, that releases a ferocious shout that taunts nearby enemies, also dealing damage to them and also reducing the damage by 30% that they are going to output for 8 seconds. So similar to the Inner Sanctuary buff, anytime that you can debuff your enemies, that is obviously going to be insanely impactful and increase the toughness of your entire team. And there's also obviously going to be lots of items and gems and things that extract even more value out of these abilities, but Demoralize is definitely going to be an amazing ability, especially in groups, because you'll help all of your allies with that as well. Then multi-shot for the Demon Hunter. I think this is going to be an amazing leveling ability where you just slam a bunch of AoE damage all over the map. The Demon Hunter already is viewed as an insane damage class that is going to output incredible amounts of DPS on the battlefield. And multi-shot is going to be one of those things you're going to see Demon Hunters running around behind the group, multi-shot and let's keep it moving, multi-shot and let's keep it moving. It's just a barrage of arrows that deals damage to all enemies in a specific direction with a maximum of 3 charges. You can even kind of refill those charges on the way to the next group. Pop, multi-shot, next group, pop, clear it all. Multi-shot a staple in the Diablo scene for all of the Archer and Demon Hunter classes, and I expect it to be very impactful on the launch, especially when people are trying to embark on that 1 to 60 leveling journey. Then for the Holy Banner buff, similar to the last Crusader ability that we went over with the Draw and Corner, where we mount the Celestial Warhorse, you could argue, honestly, that if I were ranking these 1 through 10, that Holy Banner and the Celestial Warhorse, Draw and Quarter, would be 1 and 2. It's why the Crusader is viewed as so strong. This Holy Banner is going to plant a Holy Banner where all near allies for 11.2 seconds are going to increase their crit chance to 100%. So you got like a boss fight. You're seeing a common theme here. The boss is about to spawn. You drop a banner. Everybody kind of places their abilities. Your banner, your Inner Sanctuary, your Demon Hunter drops their Bane of Vengeance, and boom, you just blast down and demolish the boss that is coming in. So Holy Banner is going to be an insane ability that you can kind of plan around those big engagements, drop the banner, and now your DPSers are just going to be putting out crazy amounts of damage because of the 100% chance to crit. And then lastly, we've got Vengeance, a buff for the Demon Hunter. And I put this on the list because I think it is super pivotal to the way the Demon Hunter is kind of designed. And the Demon Hunter is going to be viewed as a very popular DPS pick for a lot of different groups out there. It's going to transform the Demon Hunter for 6 seconds, buffing the primary attack to fire 2 additional shots for extra damage. Now, the cool thing about the Demon Hunter that synergizes so well with this is the Demon Hunter can do their primary attack while they are moving, which is honestly a good choice for their class design, because the Demon Hunter has a horrible like movement ability. You've got the monk with their dash and the wizard with their teleport. The Demon Hunter is just horrible compared to those. So it is cool that they can fire and move at the same time. And this is going to also increase their movement speed up to a max of 30%, while also firing all of those additional shots as they are moving around the map while they are firing. So just given how impactful it is in terms of how it pairs with the Demon Hunter, I definitely thought that it belonged on at least the first version 1.0 list that we are doing here. So that is my opinion for the top 10 abilities right now when the game is coming to launch. Meteor from the Wizard, Draw and Quarter from the Satyr, Rain of Vengeance from Demon Hunter, Undying Rage from the Barbarian, Soulfire from the Necromancer, Inner Sanctuary from the Monk, Demoralize from the Barbarian, Multi-Shot from the Demon Hunter, Holy Banner from the Crusader, and then Vengeance from the Demon Hunter. So feel free to let me know down below where you agree or disagree. I always enjoy hearing your input as well, so I can maybe make a version 2.0 of this as opinions change, and we'll keep most impactful abilities in the game list up to date. Also, don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and don't forget to join the community. We're doing all sorts of fun things. We're giving away prizes. We're hosting poker tournaments. We've got hundreds of amazing players that are ready to crush this game on launch. You will find a link down below to the Discord server to be a part of all of that is going on over there. So that'll do it for me on this one, and as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.